You're listening to Hey Pal, What's New with JohnAlex and Greg. Hey Pal, What's New is a product of Sack of Sin Entertainment. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all other social media platforms. Hey Pal, What's New can be found on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and all other podcast locations. Or check us out at sackofsin.com or heypalwhatsnew.com. Warning, Hey Pal, What's New contains explicit content. JohnAlex and Greg are a pair of vulgar Gen Xers. If you are easily offended, please stop listening and go download a nice tame podcast like
The Multiverse Fancast.
You have been warned.
On a good note, I did introduce my brother to Obscurus Vinyl.
Oh, fucking Gip.
I got my balls on my butthole again.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on glue.
Hey, everybody, guess what? It's Hey Pal, What's New? Happy Father's Day, you motherfuckers. I'm Greg, and that's John Alex over there.
It is. It's me.
Yeah. So we're in the CCC in this lovely Sunday night. Bringing it to you as always. I'm sure we're going to talk about the what's new this week.
The TikTok debacle.
Yeah, we're TikTok famous now, apparently. Who knows?
Go, give me your what's new.
Nah, I mean, it was a terrific Father's Day. I got to spend it with my children. We had a chicken party, which is always fun.
What's a chicken party?
A chicken party was just like, there's this new place that opened up, yet another chicken joint in fucking Mayapack.
Because that's what Mayapack needs, more fried chicken.
Yeah, because we already have two chicken places like within a mile of each other. Now we have another one. So we decided, my mom's like, what do you want to have for Father's Day? Do you want anything special? I was like, I want a fucking chicken party. Because now my brother eats chicken. So I was like, we're just going to get a whole bunch of freaking chicken from this place. It was like 92 something. I should give them a good. It was good. It was like Korean chicken.
All right.
A lot of tenders and stuff, man. A lot of
tendies.
Little soy garlic, a little honey garlic ones, And ate a whole bunch of that. And of course, I showed you the picture. The Fudgy lives on.
Oh, Fudgy the whale
with Laura's big
the big
cock
penis.
picture.
She's like, wait, oh my god! I was like, yeah, that's the Gilroy official candle for everything.
We have gotten so much love out of that fucking candle between birthday parties and Father's Day. I knew it was coming out. I knew the cock was coming out.
Yeah.
So it's great. My mom's like,
take it. Cock out.
She's like, take a picture of you with the kids. I'm like this. I'm like,
hi kids.
The cock's on the freaking whale. I'm like,
Dad and his penises.
Yeah, my kids think it's hysterical, but yeah, it was nice. My brother's actually up from the Carolinas, so we got to hang out with him. It's graduation time. Yeah. So there was that. So that was a lot of fun. Good times in the hot tub. And then
hot tub.
Saturday, I played a gig with the Splits.
Okay.
It was like a private party. It was actually really, really cool. $2, put some money in my pocket, ate some barbecue. So, this fat fuck from TikTok actually ate a whole bunch this weekend.
You don't even know what the High Republic is.
You even know it's the High Republic.
Who cares?
Boo.
I heard. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it.
No, we'll get into it. I guess maybe we'll get into the news. I don't know. When do you want to talk about this? Wednesday, I took Mimi to the Mets game.
Yes.
Which was fun. Yeah, it was good. We were right in the left field, and there were these two kids, man. I swear to God, they were probably they weren't of drinking age, so they were like maybe 18, 19, like Zoe's age and stuff.
Yeah.
They were sitting in front of us. They were the funniest fucking kids. They were just the whole time, because what's really cool is, we got good seats. They were it was right in the front, in the left field. So you're right there. And what I didn't even realize is that in between innings, these, the players are throwing balls into the audience and stuff. People were getting a lot of, not just catching them from home runs, but, there was one, they were playing the Marlins, right? So the Marlins guy was up there, and this kid was he wasn't like a dick. He wasn't like one of those, like most of the people that we commented on our TikTok.
Yeah.
This guy was he was just so funny. He goes, "What's the matter? Why are you so sad? Is your belt too tight? You know, like that. And you could see that the left fieldman was laughing, the whole time. He's just like, God. And they ended up, the Mets won like 10-4.
Oh my
and
God.
It was great. It was like 3 home runs. And we were right near the apple. The apple comes up. We're like, woo, We were having so much fun.
God. You don't see shit like that at the Yankees game.
No, everybody, I will say, man, Mets fans are really nice. They're really chill. There wasn't any fights or anything like that. This one guy was dressed up, talking about chicken party. He was dressed up in a chicken suit. But he wasn't like happy like Mr. Chicken. He was sitting there and he's like, you can't see in the audio version, but he's just like, he's got this sad look on his face. But the 2 kids that were in front of us, they were worth the price of the ticket because they were just goofing on this guy. It was like, hey, maybe you should go up there and pitch.
See, that's what I miss when we had Renegade season tickets. There was a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
almost heckling the other team.
Oh, totally heckling, but at the same time, it wasn't like, fuck you, you piece of shit. It was just like goofing on the guy like, hey, don't be so sad. You're only down 2 runs right now. Maybe you should run over here. Like, he goes, and the kid in front was just like, look, I have you on my fantasy team. All I need you to do is to get 1 hit. Can you get 1 hit for me? And the guy was just like, he kept turning around going, you motherfucker. Like, it was cool. It was a lot of fun. And then after that, on Thursday, I was up at fucking 5 a.m. I took Zoe to UConn for her orientation.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a lot of fun. She stayed overnight, but I was there from like 9 a.m. to like 5 of just sitting in an auditorium being like, talking about the safety of the school, talking about financial aid, talking about this, talking about that. They fed us. They validated our parking. It was all good. Right. And Zoe's excited. She's going to graduate next week.
Ooh.
So we're having the big to-do next week. And, yeah, it's been a crazy fucking week. And then the whole TikTok thing, which, I guess we'll get into it now.
It's so funny because I was at work editing, and I was like, I got some free time. And I was like, let me just make a clip. I was like, and I'm watching. I was like, oh, I'm going to grab that section.
Yeah, because you were like, I liked your take on the Acolyte. Yeah. So... Wow. Star Wars fans are fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Because normally, full disclosure...
Greg, were you getting bullied?
I was.
You were getting bullied.
I was actually going to do the episode without a shirt on today just to be like, look, this is what I look like, all right?
These are my tits.
These are my tits. Look at my nipples. Go fuck yourself. No, it was crazy because, yeah, and it was during this crazy weekend of I was in orientation, and you're like, yeah, I did this Acolyte clip. I'm like, cool, put it up. Now, normally, full disclosure, our TikTok is growing. It's getting okay. But most of our views are like 800, 900. Once in a while, we'll get 1,000 views. We're like, ooh,
yeah, we got 1,000 views.
Couple of likes. And really
and
just
oh, Jesus Christ. I don't ruin those 1,000 views by going like, let me see what the viewer engagement was. How long did they watch for?
You don't want to do that.
No.
As a musician, you know that. It's called like the Humbler, we call it.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It's like, this single's going to be awesome. 5 fucking plays. You're like, ooh. Ouch.
So you're up. We normally post it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was like, cool. I posted the clip you sent me. I did a little couple of hashtags. Nothing crazy. I'm like, oh, this will be fun. Put that up. And then I think it was it you or me? All of a sudden it was like, wait, this got like 2,000 views.
I think it was me. I was like, dude, this thing's got like a couple of thousand views already. And was within an hour.
Yeah.
A couple of thousand.
It happened fast. And then next thing you know, the two of us were back and forth like little schoolgirls. You're like, 5,000, 11,000, 16,000. Oh my God, did you hear what he told you? Oh shit. At 20, it ended up at like 24,000 views right now and about like 960 likes, a whole bunch of bookmarks. I was just like, wow, what the hell did I hashtag? Like, what?
I know.
And then I read the comments.
Oh boy.
First of all, I'm going to address this to all the fucking people on there. Is it the High Republic?
It's okay. So
I
guess
said
the Old Republic. There's a gap between the Old Republic and the High Republic. So I think it's technically the part of the High. It's the High Republic.
Now,
it's
when
the tail end of the High Republic, right before it's on that cusp. I guess it's 100 BBY.
Yeah,
and that it takes place, and that's at the cusp of the High Republic and the Fall of the Jedi.
Yeah. So I
think we're seeing the Fall of the Jedi.
Yeah, I did see when I was watching it, and I did say New Republic, which I was like, oh shit, that's later on. My bad. Whatever. I'm rambling here. I'm just fucking.
You were on a roll. You were riffing.
I'm not sitting here with a whole fucking bunch of lists of. We don't have a producer. We don't have people pulling shit up. You're pulling it up on the fly. I'm on there, and then all I could picture is The Simpsons, comic book nerd. You know, sitting in the basement, eating his fucking Hot Pocket, saying, "Mom, cook me a fucking Hot Pocket. I'm being badass on TikTok." These guys were like, it's the High Republic, you fat fuck. And I'm like, all right, sorry, my bad. K. A lot of my responses were K. But people were fucking you typical Star Wars fucking fan, you fat fuck. Like, and I was like, wait a sec. Like, of course, this fat nerd.
You think you were their new stepdad?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, god damn it, man. But I was just like, I didn't get offended.
No.
I laughed my ass off on it. A lot of them I replied to where I was just like, one guy was like, "Excuse me, it was the High Republic, not the new." And I was like, "Gee, I'm sorry. I was too busy fingering my hot girlfriend. Could you write that down for me? I couldn't get it." And just, oh, wow. I mean, people love the whole Power Rangers on Vespas.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And that tells me that when people were mentioning that, I was like, oh, you watched to the end.
Yeah. Good for them. Like,
thank you.
Look, and the more times you engage, there was one guy on there that I was going back and forth on. Of course, he was following 500 people. He had no friends on there. He had no fucking profile pic. And I said, he's like, whatever, you fat fuck. I was like, dude, I have a great life. I mean, as much as things are tough sometimes, I have a great life. I have a great life. My family's healthy. I have you. I have all my great friends that I've had since I was in high school. My girlfriend is 13 years younger than me and hot as fuck. I have nothing to complain about. And the guy's just like, well, yeah, I highly doubt that. I was like, you don't have a profile pic. I have no idea what you know. I was just like, I will send you $100 if you fucking
not
post.
Watching right now, Gregory. I tell you that.
Yeah, I'll send you $100 if you post a profile pic that is of you. Yeah, whatever, Tubby. I'm like, okay. I said, your no pic speaks volumes to me. So, hey, man, I was very excited. So hopefully we'll keep that train going.
Yeah.
We're gonna have more hot takes for you.
Hot takes.
And you know what? Sometimes we're gonna get shit wrong. Fucking deal with it. I went to Star Wars 1977. I was 6 years old, saw it in the theater, saw everyone in the theater. Sometimes I get shit wrong. It's okay.
How dare you?
It's fine. We're not professionals here. We just like to talk about things we like. And we're not a bunch of haters. We're not sitting here and, it would be easy for us to get on this podcast and be like, fucking Kathleen Kennedy's a twat. Like, what does that do? Nothing. I don't want to talk about that. There's a great Kevin Smith interview that he did on that Inside of You podcast where he was talking about, like, he's like, if I don't like anything, you're never going to hear about it from me.
Oh, yeah, I saw
He's
that.
like, I only want, to talk about, he's like, life's too short. I'm going to talk about the things that I really love. And if I don't like something, I'm not going to sit on the internet and spew how much I hate something. We kind of do the same thing. Sure, we're going to watch some stuff and go, oh, boy. But like... it takes a lot, as you know. It takes a lot to make a movie.
Oh, God.
You've done extra work. It's not fucking easy.
No, it is
Somebody
not.
puts their heart and soul into something and puts it out. Me being a creative person, you being a creative person, like my music, I put it out. You hope for the best.
Yeah.
And if somebody doesn't like it, okay.
Oh, well.
That sucks, but moving on. I'm going to do it for the people that like it.
Yep.
So... Anyway, that's enough of that. We're hopefully you'll see more clips coming because we were very excited about that. So why don't we get to the meat of the product here and talk about the and by the way,
Cold road cunt, pass it down.
That's all you get. So.
John, you got any news?
Not a lot.
And if anybody ever wants to know, about the podcast, all you have to hear is this one. We're fucking hacks.
That's right.
Because we are. Yeah, so what's up in the news, the newsland there, buddy?
Not a lot of... Okay, nobody's dead that I know of.
That's good.
Knock on wood. But apparently Sony has bought the Alamo Drafthouse.
I saw that.
What the Well, I never got to go there. I should go before they fucking ruin it.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you talk about What was I talking about?
I've been to the AMC dine-in theaters, but I've never been to the Alamo. I would like to go. It's just, where's the fucking nearest one? Is Yonkers?
Yeah,
I'm not driving to fucking Yonkers to go see a movie.
We talked a lot about how these like things like, you know, there's no identity to venues anymore.
No, yeah.
It used to be like, you know, there's Yankee Stadium, and you know there was Shea Stadium, and now it's like Citi Field for Citibank, and you know MetLife Stadium, and like even Webster Hall was recently bought out. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for it to be called the Tampax Arena. Like, it's just, you know.
Seriously.
It's just how things go. So Alamo, hopefully it'll keep that same kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But it'll be bought by, look,
It's
even the
bought by
oldest.
Sony, they're going to, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to work.
Even the oldest stadium is called Wrigley Field. It's over fucking chewing gum. So, come on. Yeah, that sucks though. And it'd be interesting how, if Sony has it, they should call it the Madam Web Theater.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Try to make that money back.
Oof. Other news, speaking of theaters, AMC's financials are pretty bad. Like bankrupt. Like, this comes from Justin. He's the one who kicked this off to me, but I guess they released their financials. They're like $4.8 billion in debt.
Well, COVID and the
oddly,
strike actually took a real fucking kick in the nuts with these guys.
Yeah. But during COVID, I mean, I think AMC was one of those theaters that was still kind of holding on.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of them took a beating.
Oddly, Regal is profitable.
Well, Regal doesn't really put a lot of money into their theaters.
No, they do not. No, they do not. But, you know, and that I even said to Justin, I was like, you know, it's things like that fucking, hey, give us $32 for a refillable popcorn and soda cup. Mm-hmm. And then when you come in, you just give us $10 and we'll fill them both up.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that they have to do, I think, to kind of retcon this. Like, first of all, you know, the ticket prices are way too high. You know, the fact that when you go to a movie theater like this, they were talking about how when you go into, now you see trailers and commercials, like 45 minutes of fucking trailers and commercials before the movie actually starts.
Oh my God, yeah.
Now I heard something about Inside Out 2, which, yeah, because it's a kid's movie, somebody was like, yeah, it was only like 15 minutes. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Give me 15 minutes. I like to see trailers, even though we get them accessed on the phone. Like, I like to see trailers in the theater to get hyped about a movie.
Yeah.
But 45 minutes?
Holy shit.
God damn it. You're not making it easy for us to go back to the theater, you know?
No. And then you get this next bit of news that they're remaking An Officer and a Gentleman with Miles Teller. Why?
He's got
no place else to go.
He's got no place else to go.
No, I've never seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it a long-ass time ago.
Excuse me. My God, my fucking throat. Oh, too much jizz.
I'm telling you, man. So, you know, I'll be a little easier next time I throat fuck you. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Skeet, everyone. It's good times. Yeah. I don't know. Officer and Gentleman remake? I mean, I know apparently wasn't Paramount looking to get bought by, and that deal fell through, so a lot of them are, I mean, COVID, but the double, as we like to call it, the double dog dick of COVID and freaking the strike.
Oh, yeah.
Really took a beating. But, you know, you're not going to get us to the theaters unless, you know, these 2-week windows where you're dropping these things streaming, you're not making it easy on any of us. So, I mean, between Bad Boys getting over like 60 million, there's been some wins. This Inside Out 2, obviously, you know, now everybody's like, the theater is back.
I guess I'm living under that, like, umbrella of all the Marvel movies that did, like, 200, like...
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I look at 60 million, I'm like, is that a lot?
It depends on the budget. Depends on the... that's the big struggle, I think, a lot of times, is they're dumping too much money into these movies. Like, there's no reason. Indiana Jones was $300-something million to make.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it with Godzilla -1. Like, okay, it was $10 million and made over 100. Like, that's a win.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be putting all this stuff into these movies where it's like, you know, and expect to make a profit. It's not, the $1 billion club is not easy to obtain anymore. Like, I was just listening on the way here. Like, they're talking about doing, there's going to be another Jurassic World movie.
Well, of course there is.
It's got Scarlett Johansson in it, and Old Blade, which we could talk about Blade too.
Wesley Snipes.
Got not that one. Mateen Abdul
Oh.
II of the Third Power. Look that up. Yeah, the one who's going to be doing Blade, which got pushed again. They lost another director.
Yep.
Fucking Blade, man. Mahershala Ali must be like, what the fuck? Like and he's in this new Jurassic World, but like people are like, why are they doing it? Because the movie made over $1 billion. Each one made over $1 billion.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop that.
No.
And I heard the premise of it is 3 teens and 3 adults get stuck on an island with dinosaurs. People are like, that's it? I'm like, apparently that's what's working because every movie is
Every
$1
one of them
billion.
is. Yeah.
People want to see dinosaurs in the wood, in the forest. I don't know. I never really got it. I mean, I watched some of the Jurassic
Well, it
World
makes me
movies.
feel like if I time travel, I could do okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be okay in the Cretaceous period.
Yeah, I guess, not like our kids. They'd be like, where the fuck's the Wi-Fi password,
Anyway.
Yeah.
Now, hold on there 1 second here, young fella. I was thinking about maybe the 2 of us get down in the old pickup truck corner and hit one of them movie plexes where we can go sit down and eat a tub of popcorn and check out some preview.
There were a couple of good trailers that came out, actually.
Yeah, the one I saw that really tickled my fancy was that Strange Darling.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that one. 'cause
Giovanni Ribisi is Strange Darling right there.
Twisted Love Life of a Serial Killer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do tell.
And it's I guess the director of photography is Giovanni Ribisi.
Oh. That's a good one there.
I wish I could put this up.
Yeah, we don't want to get demonetized and all that shit. But we'll watch it after the pod. But yeah, I think you did send me that one. I didn't get a chance to see it. The only 2 that I saw, which I posted on our Hey Pal What's New Facebook, which, by the way, if you want to be a fan and find out all the shenanigans that are going on with us on social media. I did see that there is a trailer for Sausage Party 2.
Yes, I was going to talk about that. Did you watch it?
Yes.
When they have to shoot themselves up someone's ass to control them.
Yeah.
Where's the opening?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that one. And they're doing it another.
It's like direct to Amazon. It's Amazon Prime.
Yeah. I mean, movies like that, I don't know how the first one did. I don't even think I saw the first one.
I did. I saw it in the theater. Oh, my God. I saw it in the theater.
Yeah. I mean, it's raunchy freaking animation and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, animation now seems to be the way to go. I did see that they are doing another Watchmen. They're remaking the Watchmen, but it's animated.
No, there was an animated Watchmen, wasn't? Oh,
No, there was Zack Snyder's Watchmen.
yeah. Is that what I just saw today? I think I just saw that today.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's like a remake of the actual comic book. It looks like just a retelling of it, just animated. Which I don't know, man. The Zack Snyder Watchmen, I really enjoyed. It looks like just because they show the comedian falling out the window. There you go, the whole beginning.
Okay.
I like the animation style of it. I love the Zack Snyder version of it, but that's a type of movie that I think would be better told animated.
Yeah, I had Apple had I don't know if it was Apple who did it had Motion Comics.
Yeah,
And I had downloaded this as the Motion Comic, and it's basically they walk through the comic book and the characters in it kind of just like a cutout would move.
Yeah,
as
I've
part
read a
of it.
lot of those where they just show panels and they explain it. Like actually, there was one channel that actually just closed. I think was it Comic Historian. I forget what the name, but he used to do some really good fucking deep dives into comics.
Right.
And since his channel has disappeared, I don't know why. A lot of people are upset about it because I read a lot of the Walking Dead comics on his channel where it was just, and he did really good, playlists of like, are you new to Thor? Here, listen, watch these. Or like, are you new to this? Or like this particular storyline, like the Infinity Saga, all that stuff.
All I could think is when his channel disappears like that, I'm like,
I don't know. The guy seemed like he was really excited about certain things. I'll have to look it up afterwards. And I was going to mention in the news, I forgot. I guess, have you seen that Pierce Morgan thing about, we talked about, fucking Kevin Spacey was on Piers
yeah.
Morgan. He's crying because he's just so his home. And I was like, can the guy just touch a few penises? You can't touch a few penises anymore, apparently. And there was this whole big debate of like, Kevin Spacey, I mean, he touched a lot of dicks, right? He grabbed a lot of hiney holes, right? I'm not saying it's right, but at the same time, do you give him another chance? I mean, Mel Gibson's directing again. Like and he's just like,
And some people will say Mel Gibson didn't sexually assault anybody, but according to the courts, neither did Kevin Spacey.
yeah. I mean, he was, guilty until proven innocent. I guess
Yeah.
where it's
Or guilty even when proven innocent.
and look, and it wasn't like, and it was the big debate we were talking about was like, I'm not saying I condone what he did,
Right.
but he didn't touch any kids. He tried to grab a few wieners and. Was he grabbing kids? I don't know.
What's his name? The guy who's on
It
Star Trek Discovery.
Will Wheaton? No.
Rapp. Anthony Rapp.
Oh, Anthony Rapp?
Anthony Rapp was like 15 when
Oh, really? When Spacey grabbed
when
him?
he said Spacey grabbed him.
Oh, okay. So, well, see, look, I'll take it back.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, we could look that up. If we had a producer, I'd have them fact check it.
I just remember from watching that documentary, like, it seemed like a lot of grown men. Now, maybe they were younger at the time, but yeah, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, as much of a scumbag as he is for doing this stuff, it's like, I'll watch the hell out of Seven.
Right.
It doesn't really, Usual Suspects. I mean, the guy's
Here
done
we go. Allegedly,
allegedly.
Discovery actor Anthony Rapp alleges in an interview with BuzzFeed News that in 1986, when he was 14,
Ooh.
a then 26-year-old Kevin Spacey climbed on top of him in bed after a party and made the sexual advances towards him.
All right. So, okay.
But again,
But people were saying on that Piers Morgan thing where he was just like, he's an actor. He can fuck it. He was like, but at the same time, he's like, I'm broke. I have no money. I got millions. He's like, I just need another win. I do actually have an audio clip from the actual interview if you want to hear it. Let's just play it real quick.
Fucking diapers. I shit my pants every day. I can't walk. I can't hump. Go ahead and kill me, you cocksucker.
I mean, apparently he seemed pretty upset. I mean, Pierce was like,
"How will you explain that?"
I don't know. I don't know how you explain it, but
and then Piers just said,
Oh, fuck off.
it was a very interesting interview. I mean, he can't walk, he can't haul. He's in fucking diapers, man. I can't tell you.
Bloody damn it.
I don't even know how we got here. We were talking about Strange Darling, the trailer for that, and then we were talking about Sausage Party.
We kind of just went through the trailers real quick because I didn't see Strange Darlings. We'll watch it after the podcast, but yeah, those were the only kind of three that I saw that was like pretty decent. Yeah, there's not much. I mean, everybody's waiting for Deadpool, Wolverine, which is coming up soon. It's only a few weeks.
Well, I watched that movie Bratz.
Bratz.
Do you know
not the little dolls, the one about the Brat Pack.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
I think Jeff Pearlman put it best. He's like, I really wanted to like this. I really wanted to.
Really?
I was just bored.
Really?
I'm watching it, and I was just like, I basically at one point wanted to turn to Kate and go, do we have to watch the rest of this? Because it's boring the fuck out of me. It was like a therapy session.
Really? Yeah.
My career was so hurt. Okay. By that whole thing.
That sucks. Yeah, I mean, I've been looking forward to seeing it just because that's our wheelhouse. We were teenagers at the time, so I mean, I told you about my freaking
Newsflash,
Molly Ringwald crush,
Newsflash, you don't get Molly Ringwald in it.
Well, then I'm definitely not watching it.
She allegedly was just like, I'll think about it. And that was it. No Judd Nelson.
Really? No Judd?
They couldn't. Nope. He couldn't get him to. And then you do get some Emilio Estevez, who this whole thing started with.
Emilio Estevez, yeah. I mean, you're probably
Who's looking more like his dad every fucking day. Holy shit!
Yeah. If anybody was doubting about that Sheen reference, it's like, oh no, he's a Sheen, all right.
Oh hell. Well, actually, Sheen is an Estevez. That's their actual last name.
That's right.
Yep.
So
he changed it to Sheen for Hollywood.
Yeah. So he's an Estevez without the crippling HIV.
Oh shit!
Poor Charlie. Talk about touching penises. I mean, Jesus Christ. Well, he wasn't touching, but he was winning. Apparently, you weren't winning.
Kevin's here.
Kevin's here.
Hey, I wonder if Kevin caught that TikTok. Hey, Kev, if you get a chance, check out the TikTok video that we got that's got lots of views.
Yeah.
It caused a little kerfuffle. Read some of the comments.
Yeah, he'll be doing the West Wing. He totally will. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
At this point, it's kind of like that whole what was that the Monarch show?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it was called Monarch. It was on Apple TV with Kurt Russell and his kid.
Yeah, the Russells.
Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, otherwise known as the Kirkman
Fuck!
The Kirkman Captain America.
Oh, where's my? I don't have my little like.
Bloody damn it!
That's all you need. We're fucking high. Exactly.
There you go. But the other thing I watched, it's not really a movie, but it should be because it was 4 fucking hours.
Ouch.
Long, and I watched all 4 hours. Not at one sitting.
Okay.
And it was, honestly, I'm not mad that I watched all 4 hours. It was this girl did a video on YouTube.
Okay.
And I'm not going to publish,
Yeah.
promote some other channel. She put money in my head.
Yeah. $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
She did a start to finish, up to down, comprehensive review of the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Oh,
the Star Wars hotel.
You sent me that. I did not watch it. Yeah, about how that
and
whole
it's so
fucking
funny because I had
debacle is.
already started watching it when Justin sent me a thing. He goes, "Dude, it's 4 hours, but worth it." And I was like,
"Really?"
I was like, "I'm already in the middle of this thing."
You sent that to me. I was just like, 4
now
hours?
I remember when the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser thing was announced.
Oh,
It was supposed to be this, like, you would dress in Jedi robes, you'd pick a side, there'd be a whole, like, interactive story theater thing going on the whole time, almost like LARPing.
Yeah.
To that extent. And I was so psyched, and then everything she says is like, I'm so glad I never got to go.
Well, first of all, it was like, I mean,
$6,000. She was like, you got a tiny hotel room. Now, you've been on cruises.
Yeah.
You probably get the nice rooms.
Even still, like the ones with the balconies, you're not. It's kind of like
she said it was like your room was smaller than a cruise ship, and I know it's supposed to feel like a cruise ship. She's like,
yeah,
but for $6,000, come on.
I mean, the cruise ones I've been on the cruise ships have been like maybe the size of this room and a half.
Yeah,
it's not that big. I mean, you're only there to
fucking diapers. I shit my pants every day. I can't walk. I can't hump.
That's all. You can't do much in that freaking cabin. But
No,
anyway,
you can't.
Proceed.
How
will you explain that?
I don't know.
You can't explain it.
But I remember wanting to go and then looking, going like, oh my god, it's on my birthday. I could go.
Yeah, it's one of those like I'll treat myself one time, fantasy wise,
And then Kate was like, I have no desire to go.
Yeah, that was a joke. The two of us were gonna go.
Yeah.
We're like, we'll go. We'll live on a dark side fucking cruiser.
Yep.
During the High Republic.
But god damn it, where was I? It just makes me glad I didn't go because it was a fucking disaster, basically.
Oh yeah, it's something like that's not. You can't sustain yourself for that. I mean, you're gonna have like there's always reasons why these places have box seats and super rooms where there are thousands because somebody's gonna pay for it. But once again, Star Wars saying they're gonna have something that you're like, ooh, and then it's maybe not.
And this goes back to I think the missed point on our video is Disney. It feels like Disney. And maybe things will change with new people in charge.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they're over-promising on things and performing on it. Like Galaxy's Edge. You went to Galaxy's Edge, right?
Yes.
And apparently that was supposed to be like way bigger than it actually is.
Yeah.
Originally it was supposed to be, and then it wound up being smaller. And it was the same thing with this Galactic Star Cruiser, that it was supposed to be this whole big thing, and then all of a sudden, by the end, it was like all scaled back and not what they had promised.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to Galaxy's Edge in Disney, it's as comparable as Toy Story Land.
Right.
It's not that
it was supposed to be way more.
I'm sure, they were going to do a whole Marvel thing too, but it's like, Galaxy's Edge for me, it was enough for me.
Okay.
Like I got the cantina, I had my blue milk, which was disgusting.
And that's one of the things she talks about is things like in the Galaxy's Edge having the bar.
Yeah.
Where you basically have to make a reservation and you can only stay for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, because they're trying to churn people in and out. I mean, I was lucky enough that we had a nice spot. You know, we got the freaking, alien freaking charcuterie board that was like, ugh, but Carcucci board. Charcucci. Yeah, Carcucci.
So,
but it was okay. I mean, it's, I got to ride the Millennium Falcon. That's all I give a shit about. How much more do you need?
I don't know. Have you been to Universal's Harry Potter?
No.
Dude, are you a Harry Potter fan?
Not a huge Harry Potter fan, but I do respect it. The hotel.
Yeah, that was what she talked about, Kevin, was how the hotel got shut down. Like, and they were still letting people make reservations knowing they were shutting down. I mean, it was like, I can't even do her video justice.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch it. I mean, you watched it. I'm going to have to watch it. It's just, I got the warning of I'm like 4 hours. I'm like, Jesus.
You know what? What I did was I watched some of it and then it's about
you can always
watch more of it.
You can always go back to it.
I plug it in the car, and I don't. I didn't have to watch it, so I would just plug it in and listen to it. Some of it in the car.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear how the whole experience was. Because it's just, it's tough, man. You really want to do,
and it was only $3,000
for $3,000 for 2 nights
per person.
You could do a 7-day cruise.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, I went on a fucking 7-day cruise.
I want to go on a cruise.
Dude, the 7-day cruise I went on was like $1,500. It's per person. Not bad. And you get all the accoutrements. And you get to sit on a fucking tropical island. Who gives a shit? Oh, what happened? Did you? Oh. But anyway, I mean,
sorry,
I didn't
realize my computer was unplugged.
I didn't really watch any movies. Because this week has been so crazy, as you heard from my week. But I did start watching, and I will give a full review next week or so. Where I started watching Remembering Gene Wilder.
Oh shit!
It's on Netflix.
Is it new?
It's brand new.
I still want to. I want to watch that, and I still want to watch the Jim Henson one on Disney Plus.
Yes, I haven't watched that one yet, but I started watching the Gene Wilder one, and then between my brother being there, my kids, and my mom, and I was like, I just don't have time for
you're
it.
A fucking bitch.
Sloppy Jones did not want to make an appearance today, but that's okay. He's been busy too.
What a twaffle.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? He had his little hat on today. But yeah, I only got to watch maybe 20, 30 minutes of it so far. I'm fucking hooked, man. I think Gene Wilder is is a fucking national treasure. Just such a nice guy. And the beginning of it is talking about how he first started and how he was, a theater guy. And he ran into Mel Brooks. And Mel Brooks was dating a famous actor, Anne Hathaway, I want to say.
Okay.
And he was doing a play with Anne Hathaway.
Mel Brooks was dating Anne Hathaway?
Mm-hmm.
No. There's 80 years difference between those two.
Well,
I'm looking it up.
Go ahead, look it up. But anyway, he was dating a famous person in the play. He ran into Mel Brooks, and then he's like, I got this great idea. I only have about 30, which, by the way, first of all, Mel Brooks, how old is Mel Brooks? He still is fucking on his game, looks great, sounds great. He goes, I have this movie that I'm trying to get made, or this thing, it's called, Springtime for Hitler.
Okay, you're talking about Anne Bancroft.
Anne Bancroft. I'm sorry.
You're like, Jesus Christ. I'm like,
I remember it was
Anne Hathaway is fucking
famous Anne something, but
Princess whatever.
Yeah,
thing.
But Mel is like a gazillion years old. He's like fucking yogurt at this point.
Yeah, one of the kids at the camp. That was one of the kids. I think it was in my class. That was her uncle.
Oh, okay. But anyway, he was dating, and then they start showing about they were getting the financing, and I'm just into it when I forgot Gene Wilder was in The Producers.
Yeah. Great fucking movie.
Great movie. And they start off with that, and I'm like, oh, and then I had to turn it off because I had to do other stuff. I'm like, I am totally watching the fuck out of this because thinking of Gene Wilder, first of all, I mean, he was fucking the OG Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah.
Between that. All the movies he did, Blazing Saddles, one of my all-time favorite movies. Young Frankenstein, all the movies he did with Richard Pryor. I mean, the guy is he's like a gentle, hysterical, and that was the part where Mel was saying, he's like, you're absolutely perfect for this role. And they even talked about, like, when they first started showing the dailies, they finally got it made, and they were working on it, and the finance person was like, get rid of this fucking Gene Wilder guy. He's, like, too weird looking. Like, he's just kind of, he's too nice. But, like, Mel's like, no, he's perfect for it. He goes, but what I did was the typical thing of, like, you're absolutely right. I'll get rid of him. And they're like, all happy, walks away. And then I never did. Just kind of, by the end, he was kind of like, whoops, what did you mean? I thought you meant, well, he's kind of in it now. We're done. But yeah, I was psyched because between the relationship he had with Gilda Radner, and then he ended up, it's just, I'm super psyched to watch it. So definitely next podcast, I'm like, we're going to talk about it, and definitely check it out, because from what I watched so far, it popped on my Netflix, and I was like, oh shit, that's on. That's right. Let me watch it. I tried, but we'll get to it. But TV is definitely taking up some time.
Oh boy, where are we gonna go with TV?
Acolyte was fun. Anyway, moving on. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Acolyte was fun.
Yeah, it was good. You happy?
Like I like the Acolyte. I like getting these stories that are outside of what we're used to. What I really fucking dig about it is we spent so long going, yeah, the fucking Jedi. Yeah, the fucking Jedi. And now I'm watching it going, motherfucking Jedis.
Bunch of pricks.
What fucking dicks.
First of all, they steal a lot of kids.
Oh.
They love to steal kids.
Well, that's the other thing is, like, watching this, the what is it, Rashomon? Is that what it's called? When they tell the story, like, the same story from different perspectives.
Yes.
Kind of like Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
I catch that that's what they're doing, but I think we're gonna find, like, the Jedi took her and basically used some fucking Jedi mind trick on her because they saw she was powerful and was like, we can train this one and we need to.
Yeah.
Wiped her mind of anything that happened and told her, yeah, your sister fucking burned the fucking place to the ground and killed everybody.
Yeah, it seems a little.
And they went in and fucking killed everybody, and we're gonna learn that, like, the fucking, this is the fall of the Jedi. I think this is what sparks off the fall of the Jedi.
The first one,
Yeah.
like obviously they come back, but like, yeah, it's really interesting how like everybody thinks of like the Jedi as the good guys.
Yeah,
you kind of watch this, it's like
we're seeing this. The Jedis are the bad guys.
They're a little bit too. They're like when they get power, they're just as bad as the Empire, where they're just like, yeah, we got the power, we can do whatever the fuck we want.
And in this episode, when the two girls are young and they're arguing, right? It's like, it's good, it's bad, and the mother turns around and goes, "This isn't about good and bad. This is about power and who should be allowed to have it." Mm-hmm. And that's what we're seeing is the Jedi are all about no. We're the only ones who can use the Force.
Yep.
Because you've got Sith, you've got Jedi, but then you've got the Witches of Dathomir, who I guess these girls are from.
Yeah, they're like
a coven of witches.
And it's interesting to see how
witches of. I'm gonna get shit for that.
The witches of Eastwick.
That's right. I'm just waiting for Jack Nicholson to pop out.
I heard that there was some. I'm not even gonna try.
No. But the witches use the Force. Now I'm guessing that's how we're gonna find out they came to be. Mm-hmm. Was through some sort of Force magic.
Yeah.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
He always does.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that, like, you're seeing these different people using the Force for different things, like how these witches call it, like, the thread. It's not the Force. It's just some being that's giving them power, however they want to use it. It's not as black and white. That's why I was always fascinated, and I thought we were going to kind of get it at the sequel trilogy of where. Yeah, that's the whole joke now. I will admit, watching
Jedis.
I was those two were scissoring, definitely. Fucking
we put our lightsabers together and make a scissor.
But it was one of the it reminded me of the whole South Park thing where it's like, make it female, make it gay.
Make it gay.
I'm watching the Acolyte and I'm just going like, they're really pushing this like female, like, everything has to be a Benetton ad. I'm like, I get it, but could it kill you to have a guy in there once in a while? No, I'm kidding. But Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, and people are giving it a lot of shit. It's like,
people give
come
everything
on.
fucking
There's
shit.
always something you could find in the Star Wars canon that's fun. I did. If you ever follow this guy Dan Merle, he does a podcast.
Merle?
Merle. He does. He was on Screen Junkies for a while. He did a whole podcast of like, okay, if I were to take over Lucasfilm, here's what I'd do, and he made a lot of really good points as far as some of the stuff we've talked about. Where like, people think it's blasphemy, but like recast Luke, Han, and Leia and do all these legends. You don't even have to call them like Star. You just call them Star Wars legends, and do all the because it's so many different stories.
Yeah,
so much that you just can't remember who the fuck is what. But I'm still enjoying it.
well,
yeah,
look, Greg, I've got a list right here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You should study that.
We should get they actually have
So
the picture
here's-
of the
here-
timeline.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the back.
And here's why I say it, because according to this timeline, this new Star Wars timeline, this show takes place about 100 BBY?
No,
Or
it's
is it
100
even-
years before the Phantom
So 50
Menace.
years.
So,
Well, yeah, we're going to fuck it. I'm going to fuck this up. It's just a weird time in there where the High Republic is from 500 to 100 BBY,
yeah.
and then comes at 100 BBY comes the Fall of the Jedi.
Yeah. So we're in the High Republic.
High Republic, yeah.
As I've been told numerous times. So we're in the High Republic. The New Republic is...
Well, I can't wait because the boys on Screen Crush are going to get ripped apart because the one guy's like, well, it's the Old Republic.
Yeah, the Old
shit.
Republic. Well, it's the Dawn of the Jedi, the Old Republic, the High Republic, Fall of the Jedi, which is Palpatine and his gang and Anakin. Then Reign of the Empire, Age of Rebellion. Oh, which was only 1 year. Fucking the New Republic and the Rise of the First Order. Yeah, so it's a little tough to keep track.
Yeah. It's not like we really live in that universe, but
No, but I love going into this different area of the Jedi. I and like the same thing where I can't wait for the Welcome Back our expanded universe. Me too. Fucking, I love that show. Hi there,
well,
Freddie
look,
Boom Boom Washington.
Look, it just started 3 minutes ago.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, House of the Dragon season 2. First
Yep.
episode's on right now.
My Sweet Damon. My Sweet Damon is on right now. I'm definitely going to watch that when we get home.
So I feel like the show is getting better.
Yes.
Is it everything I wanted? That remains to be seen. We'll see how they pull it all together.
But it's Star Wars, man. I'm in the bag for it. Look, I'm in the bag for it. I love all the shit.
Who was it? Somebody said
I'm not
that-
going to like all of it, but everything I've seen so far, I'm like, okay, cool. God forbid you have an opinion, but it's all right.
Yep. No opinions over here.
No opinions is good opinions.
That's okay. I've got the boys to fucking...
Okay, so we're getting to the boys, the first 3 episodes. Now, what was your take on the boys?
Okay. Look, it's the boys. I'm gonna watch it. They've got my $5.
Of course.
I know comic books, and by that, comic book shows have always had an undertone of whatever is socially and politically kind of going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's ever just been this blatant
Yeah.
and dominating the entire show. I could live without all of that. The Pizzagate, the Hillary Clinton Pizzagate shit, and Fox News and Vought News, and Trump and Homelander, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's never been so. Look, we're talking about what's going on right now in the world.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's a little off-putting for me. Because I watch these shows to escape that bullshit.
Yeah.
And when you make it that blatantly obvious, all I'm doing is being reminded of all the shit I want to forget about for 30 minutes or an hour while I watch an episode.
Yeah. Well, I could see the way that they're pointing it where, it is definitely, when you watch it, they're not hiding what they're doing.
No.
I do like the fact of Homelander was so worried about, his image and what he's doing behind it. And then when he does something completely fucked up and the people don't give a shit, and he's got a side that are just like all about what he's doing.
Right.
And, Firecracker, the whole thing that she's in it with it, where she's just like, she has all her conspiracy theories, very Alex Jones kind of shit.
Yeah.
So
And I think they even mentioned at that the convention that they meet her at. If you listen,
TruthCon or whatever.
one of the announcements is like, we'll be holding the Alex Jones lookalike contest in Hall B.
Yeah.
They had announced, and I was like, wait, did I just? Because I watch it with the subtitles on.
Oh,
so
me
I
too.
see-
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. This new season, it's good. I mean, it's definitely The Boys, right? I love it.
Yeah.
It is definitely darker. You don't get a lot of that comic besides the whole multiple guy like doing a train on himself.
Oh my god, doing a train. He's doing his own little human centipede.
He's a little human centipede going on, looking at the picture of Firecracker.
Yeah.
That obviously was hysterical. I did not see the whole tentacle thing coming out of the girl's mouth.
face.
Mm-hmm. Pretty brutal stuff. So it still has that brutal element in it.
Yeah.
But it's a little more dark and a little bit more on the nose than previous seasons.
Yeah.
Where it was a little bit more goofy and it was a little bit more, I don't want to say lighter, because it's definitely the violence. Like, Manal's never really watched it, and I'm watching it, and she goes, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, that's The Boys.
I just don't think that it previously was this blatantly pointing at what's politically going on in the world. Look, to be fair, during COVID, every show that was like had their COVID episodes.
Yeah.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm watching these stupid shows so I don't have to think about this bullshit. I don't want to have to deal with this bullshit in my fantasy worlds, like, if you will.
Well, at the same time, too, when you're talking about The Boys, even the past episodes or past seasons, they were goofing on the whole Marvel subculture. I mean, that's basically what the whole show was about. So, and the whole product placement and corporations are evil and stuff like that. So now they're taking a little bit more on the political side, like, that whole thing of like the president is like, we got to get this fucking crazy suit VP out.
Yeah.
So there's another thing, and then there's the whole Homelander butcher thing with the kid, and it's pretty wild. I mean, like I said, obviously I'm in the bag for it. I love it.
I think the kid eventually kills Homelander.
You think so?
I do.
Because it was announced.
The new Homelander.
It was announced that season 5. That's it. We're done after that, which is good. I like when series like the Breaking Bads of the world and stuff like that, where it's like, don't
jump the shark.
Don't be around too late for the party, like Walking Dead and shit like that, where it's like season 11. You're like, ugh. I understand that Walking Dead had to finish the comic storyline, but at the same time, it's like I like a good tight 5-season, 6-season show. Some of
Galactica 4 seasons, and even the 4th season was a little off the fucking rails for me, but whatever.
Some of my favorite shows of all time have always been around that 5 or 6 season mark. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, 6 Feet Under, one of my favorite shows of all time. We're just like 5 seasons. Good stuff, man.
I heard the door open. I did hear the door open. Who is it?
Who's that?
Who's behind? Oh, it's my wife. Hi, honey. You got me dinner?
Yeah.
What do you got me?
Chicken parm.
Chicken parm?
Chicken parm.
Salad and tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
I'll fuck up a chicken parm. That's what I said today.
Oh, yeah. Chicken parm is fucking... See? Now for Father's Day, you had your own chicken party.
Is the tiramisu still in there?
Yeah, you want to take it out?
Yeah, put it in the fridge.
Okay.
I'll eat the chicken parm.
There's
after.
silverware in there.
Okay. I'll probably come upstairs and eat when we're done.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Happy Motherfuckers Day.
I
said to my brother sent me a message. Kate, Ed
Yeah.
sent me a message. He's like, Happy Father's Day. I was like, Happy Father's Day. I was like, same to you. I would say Happy Motherfuckers Day, but.
Oh, boy. Upgrade.
I'm the last motherfucker.
Even you on Father's Day, just like your bestie, you're going to have your own chicken party.
That's right. I'm having my chicken party when we're done here.
That's right.
So
yeah, boys, definitely,
great. I could just look, the political connection is at a 9.
Yeah.
Can we just dial it down to maybe a 5? That's all I'm asking for. I just don't want it as blatant. Like I said, my only point is, I'm not shitting on the show.
No.
I watch these shows to escape the real world. I don't want to be constantly reminded of the real world while watching these shows.
Yeah, some of my favorite shows are show, especially movies too, are ones where it's like, put me in a situation where I was like, how the hell would I deal with it? War movies, shit like that. Like, what would you do if like there were real life superheroes running around? And most of the times, we all look at superheroes. I wouldn't
feel safe.
No, and there's that looming threat, of Homelander. So, and now he's at the point where he doesn't have to worry about
He fucking lasered that girl's head. She's like, well, she did call me and asked me to look into.
Oh yeah.
What? Leak plugged.
And old poor fucking Jessie from Toy Story is just like, oh no.
Oh God.
I always call her Jessie from Toy Story because if you watch that abomination, which, like I said, we don't like to talk about shit we hate, but I did watch Fear the Walking Dead, and she did play this character who was kind of in a Western outfit. She looked very much like Jessie from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Married with Children is getting a cartoon revival. I did hear that too.
And they're doing the Sopranos like prequel with his son.
Well, they already did that.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be doing something else with it, I feel like.
Well, there was
anyway.
The Many Saints in Newark. It was okay.
It was garbage.
It was all right.
Anyway, where were we going?
Do we have any more TV? Like the
no,
boys?
I got no more TV.
House of Dragon we'll watch. We'll give a few full interview on that at the end. So I think it might be time to do a little toodly-doo.
Now it just looks like a big fat ham. It's time for Greg's Daily Boobs.
Meow.
Tits indeed, everybody. Yeah. Tits indeed.
So a lot of music out. Interesting stuff as far as like news wise. I did pull it. I was going to pull up on our Hey Pal, what's new page. I did post one or two things on there.
I forgot to tell you, I did get a little Father's Day gift from Xander.
You did?
Yeah, it's a Captain Rex Lego, like the Captain Rex helmet Lego.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I'm almost done with it.
Yeah.
Next week it'll be right here next to Palpatine on the shelf. It'll be ready. Palpatine. You'll have Palpatine. You'll have Doug, and then you'll have Rex.
There you go. I'm very non-confrontational. Yeah. So. Music-wise, the only things I want to talk lately, dude, I've been getting into an REM rabbit hole because there's that whole thing where
didn't they just do like that interview the first time the whole band has been together like that for something? And
yeah, for like it was like they were on CBS. It was like on CBS Mornings. They did a whole thing on them, which I'm just like, man, you forget. And we always talk about the whole. And I put it on our Facebook where it was like all these bands where it's like, we're done. We're reunited. We're done. Like REM, they retired a while ago. And everybody stayed, all four of them were together. And I was like, man, if there was any band that I would love to see reunited and play, it would be REM.
Oh, hell yeah.
Never got to see REM live.
I'm just afraid again.
But
$175 a ticket, just like Jane's Addiction. Thanks, no.
And that's kind of what they're saying on this. Is like people are like, oh, reunite. And then like Michael Stipe was just like, we'd fuck it up, like if we do it. He goes, I'd love to, I love these guys. I loved hanging out with them. There's no bad blood, but at the same time, it's like if we got back together, we'd fuck it up because we'd ruin the legacy that we already have. We'd end up playing these shows where you're paying $200 a ticket.
Yeah.
Any new music that we came out, like as much as I love REM, kind of the last couple of albums near the end, we're kind of like, all right. I want them to do fucking Radio Free Europe and anything from Document or Green or music. Was it Music for the Masses?
You know what?
No,
don't fuck it up.
Automatic for the People.
They should get together and do one of those like fucking MTV Unplugged. Something like that where it's just them in a studio, small audience.
Yeah.
Right? They play it and then they put it out for the fans to watch. You're not paying all this fucking money to go to a theater.
And I'm sure people would pay a gazillion dollars for it, but that's not the point. They're just like, we had our run, man. We were good.
Right.
I'm great to see these guys, but as soon as you get them together, you're just like, oh my God, fucking REM, that'd be so great. Any band that's out there right now, that would be the band that I'm like, I fully fucking support that. And I put another thing about.
And that's why we won't get it.
Yeah, that and I did want to say before we get into new music, I did see this interview with Gene Simmons. Like we goof on it. We told the story about how he blocked me on Twitter and all that shit. Talk about hate. Oh boy, the Kiss Army is just as bad as the Star Wars Army.
Yeah,
they were just. But all these times I goofed on Kiss, and the bottom line with Kiss for me has always been, I love their music. I've always loved their music, even the non-makeup stuff, the makeup stuff. I just didn't like the way it was handled at the end with the fake Ace and Peter and all this shit. He's been doing a lot of these solo band shows where he goes out. It's oddly enough, he used to. Ace Frehley had Gene Simmons put together this band for solo stuff, and Ace Frehley was like, "Oh man, I'm playing with these guys like Richie Scarlett." We all know Richie Scarlett. I guess he was paying him a lot of money, and Gene's like, "You should use my band. My band doesn't get paid that much at all." So for now, Ace uses his band. But he has.
My sister used to hang out with Richie Scarlett.
Oh yeah, Richie Scarlett's a fucking legend in this area. Great guy too. I've met him once or twice. But Gene's has been doing these solo things, and he was saying he was on Steve-O's podcast, and he was like, "I literally make more money doing my solo stuff than I do with the Kiss stuff." Because with Kiss, you got to worry about all the other members. You got to worry about pyrotechnics and all this crap and all the crew and all this shit. He's like, solo band, he's like, I go out, I pay my guys. There's no makeup. There's no fireworks. There's nothing like that. And he goes out and he plays a lot of the deep tracks like Radioactive and like, A World Without Heroes and shit like that you don't normally hear in a regular Kiss set. So the only reason I mentioned that is because, A, I thought it was interesting. And, as much as I like to goof on Gene, he's never apologized for the way he is.
No.
He's very, goofy. He's doing he was doing, was it American Idol or The Voice? He was mentoring on there. And, the guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I goof on Gene. I goof on Kiss all the time. But right now, if Gene Simmons was playing fucking somewhere in the city, I would go see it in a fucking heartbeat.
Sure.
'Cause he's going out there. He's doing some old deep tracks. And, he's doing a good time. So good on you, Gene. I just wanted to give you your ups. I like to give props where props is due.
Okay.
As much as I like to goof on Kiss, he's exactly. I mean,
How will you explain that?
I can't explain it. What do you think?
Garbage day!
You know what I think?
Yeah. Exactly.
Pineapple!
Well, that's our fans. Please, Pineapple, stop it.
I know. But, coming up on the new releases that have come out this week, some of the interesting ones, and that was another thing, they came out with this REM's Top 40 playlist, according to the 4 members of the band. They took 40 songs, and they put out just their songs
So it's a
that
whole
they like.
playlist on Spotify?
It's a whole playlist on Spotify. I think it's an album where it's REM Top 40, according to Berry, Buck, Mills, and Stipe. So these are the 40 songs that they like. Some of them I was like, okay, I don't really know them that well. I mean, you got the, looking on here, they do have some songs like Country Feedback is one of my all-time favorite songs by them. World Leader Pretend. What was some of the other ones that caught my eye on here? Not the usual, Try Not to Breathe. And there's a lot on here that I didn't really recognize, even though I go kind of deep.
Away.
Orange Crush, What's the Frequency, Kenneth.
Is this in any particular order?
No, I don't think so. It's not but they just kind of picked their 10 songs that they like. So I listened to it. I was like, damn, not ones that I would normally pick. Some later ones, but if you want to get into the REM the REM rabbit hole, go down that and watch that or listen to that Top 40 playlist. Other than that, there's been some new stuff from some old bands and even some new bands. Some of the some bands that I found, we talked about Code Orange. I love those guys. They have another single out called Circle Through. It's good. I like the Code Orange right now. They've always been super, super, super heavy. They're trying to do a little bit of different stuff, and it's been interesting. That new single that they have out was a little bit different. We also talked about Black Country Communion, that band with Glenn Hughes and Bonham's kid, Jason Bonham. They have their full length album V, I guess it's 5, came out. Fucking great, just good hard rock. and Glenn Hughes is like 80, and he sounds fucking amazing. Other than that, there's a band out now called Flat Black.
Whoa, easy.
Flat
easy,
Black.
Greg.
Flat Black. Bam, 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 Flat Black. It was one of those bands, too, that I was like, why am I following these guys? It was the guy, Jason Hook. He used to be in Five Finger Death Punch.
Okay.
And left. He was like a hired gun, and he ended up doing it. Now he's got this own band called Flat Black, where I was like, they have a couple songs out it's called Sideways. Really good band. Butt rock stuff, but I endorse it. Speaking of that, there's another band that I checked out. There's a new, I hate the word supergroup. But
boy.
It's a band called, I like the name of it. It's called 7 Hours After Violet.
I wonder why you like that.
Yeah, they put out a single called Paradise, and who's in the band is John Bush. No. I'm thinking of a different band. That's Category 7. We'll get into them. 7 Hours After Violet, really heavy band. It's Chavo from System of a Down, the bass player with the big long fucking braid.
Yeah.
He's got a new band out. Apparently, one of the guys in the band was in American Idol. Don't know who it is. Couldn't tell. But the band is really good. They have a single out called Paradise.
Well, apparently, what's his name? Dick in a Box.
Justin Timberlake?
Justin Timberlake was on Star Search.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. That's right. He was on Star Search.
He was.
Another weird one. I'll put this on here.
Can I help you, sir?
Oh, shit.
Yes, what is this? Huh? This is whack. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
I thought you were dead.
Hey, kids. Def Leppard has a new single out. And it's not bad.
Hey, you know what this is? Listen. You know what that's the sound of?
What?
The drummer applauding his own. No.
They have a song out called Just Like 73. Taking it back to
You thought he
1970.
was waving off a fart and he was just trying to clap.
He was just trying to chase something out there. But yes.
Thought he smelled something bad. He was trying to clap.
Come on, give me a hug. Oh, no, sorry.
Daddy doesn't love you.
But he does have they do have a new song out called Just Like 73. It sounds a little bit like old Def Leppard.
No, that's I'm talking about their age.
Oh, just like 73.
It's exactly like I thought 73 would be.
Yeah, exactly. But Tom Morello.
I thought my arm would grow back. Give me some of that Deadpool gene.
Yeah, you need that Deadpool gene. I'm going to touch my... It's going to be so huge in this hand.
I love that they did that on The Boys, where she gets her arm cut off and it grows back like the little baby.
Yeah. It's like, wow, she's got that Deadpool thing. So they have a new single out anyway. Our Boys Fucked Up.
Oh,
Got
shit.
another single out called Stimming.
I was thinking, who do I need bail money for? Our Boys Fucked Up.
Oh, yeah. What did they do? Actually, they're playing the Space Ballroom in July. In good old Le Poisson Rouge. I saw them at Le Poisson Rouge.
Where's that?
It's in the Village in New York City.
Okay.
Small little place.
That's where they're playing?
They're playing there at end of July.
Oh,
Yeah, like July 20th.
Oh, I think I might be away.
Yeah.
Well, that might be before I go away.
That was the
Going to Houston. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
That was the famous one of talk about a...
Back in the days when I was young.
Damn, we're old.
Daryl and I went to see Fucked Up at the same place at Le Poisson Rouge. It's in the middle of the Village. I was like, holy shit. I didn't realize this place was even here. It's in a basement. We went to go see him. Oh, my God, dude. Talk about getting fucked up. I drank so much because it was like... They were having like happy hour. It was like $1 beers or something like that.
Okay.
And we were just pounding Pabst Blue Ribbons. And it was a great show. I mean, they were like, I was climbing on top of fucking Damien, just like singing. And he's all sweaty with his fucking chest wig. I'm like,
did you lick him?
No, didn't lick him. But I was pretty fucked up. And I don't even remember getting home. Like, I woke up on the train on the way back. And I was like, huh, what?
Where am I?
Like, I remember leaving the venue with Daryl. But I passed out on the train. Luckily,
Southeast, last stop, Southeast.
Yeah, we were in Southeast, and I was just like,
So we used to always go to Croton Falls, and then I just quickly realized maybe I should just leave the car at Southeast.
Yeah.
This way, if I fucking fall asleep and the conductor's like, end of the line, you're like, oh, my car's here.
Yeah, that's how it was. They literally kick your chair and go, get the fuck out. And you're like, oh, okay. But yeah, they have a new song called Stemming. Not bad. kind of a little bit to the same.
Okay.
Nothing really crazy. There's another band out that's been out for a while called Nails. Okay. They hadn't put out any music in about 10 years. They just put out a single called Imposing Will. Really heavy stuff, kind of industrial. Yeah, that, you know, and then other than that, it's just really been a lot of the same fucking re-releases. Seal, that album is a deluxe edition. Enough's Enough, talk about freaking...
Can I help you, sir?
I won't play the whole thing, but like they just put out the 1987 demos. You're like, okay.
That's because they're all dead. No.
No, Enough's Enough, man. That is a totally underrated band.
I don't think I put it on the playlist, but I've seen this live, and I guess they recorded it and put it out. Reverend Horton Heat doing Ace of Spades.
Really?
Yeah. They released a copy of it. And talk about, like, how the fuck did I find that band? I don't know if you know a band As December Falls.
It sounds familiar. I don't think I'm not too familiar with it.
It was ready for this? It was a fucking ad on Facebook. And I was like, I looked, I go, who the fuck are these guys? So I was like, all right, let me go check it out. And honestly, I'm going to play you a little bit.
Yeah, do it, man.
Not that bad. They're not that bad.
It's like I fell for that ad for Feldspar. I'm gone.
And then all of a sudden it kicks in. I want you to hear the singer. Was not expecting that. Well, I was, because I see that the singer's a girl.
Oh.
But
still, I mean, yeah, if you've heard those bands like I've been listening to, like Brat, where she's like this like cute little blonde chubby girl. You're like, oh shit,
baby metal.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show, because I found that fascinating. I was like, how often do I go, like, it was a Facebook ad for the band had done. It said sponsor. I was like, what band is sponsoring their ads on Facebook that's going to show up for me?
Apparently, like that other band I saw last week, I found the Feldspar.
Yeah.
I guess the algorithm's working, because, you know, usually I see those.
If Facebook is listening, the algorithm's working, because I was like, I didn't click on the ad. I immediately was just like, oh, let me go to Spotify.
Yeah.
And I pulled them up on Spotify. They've been around for a while, this band, but...
Yeah, did you put them on the playlist there?
No, I will. I'm sorry. I'm doing it.
Yeah, which, by the way, we always say, you know, check out the old Spotify playlist, Hey Pal, What's New?
Oh, shit.
Oh, is that the Reverend?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Reverend Horton Heat multiple times. I just saw them at Daryl's house like a year or so ago. Not even a year ago.
Yeah, it was a couple months ago, yeah.
And he did the Ace of Spades. I mean, it was a great show. It's always a great show when you see the Reverend, especially since he doesn't fucking drink anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, he's hanging in there. Oh, the other band I was talking about was Category 7. There's a new band out. It's got Phil Demmel in it, who's playing with Kerry King, and John Bush, Armored Saint, Anthrax.
Jeez.
He's always got like fucking... I mean, the band is okay. It's pretty interesting. But John Bush, man, he is just an underrated fucking singer. He's just fucking balls to the wall. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, man.
My Bush is underrated, you know?
Bush is underrated.
Pass it down.
I mean, you know, God damn it. So, yeah, I think we did it again. You know, Bush is not a big fan of the Bush. I like it. I like wood floor. But, hey, man, to each his own.
Every now and then, you got to get a nice 70s Earth Mama muffin. Just fucking rub your face in it like an old Brillo pad.
Oh, dear no.